I've started using a leads list, something I didn't think I would ever do. Not because I thought I was so great at sourcing, but I basically had concerns that if I'm getting these leads, a bunch of people are getting these leads, and it's just going to be a race to the bottom. And that is partially true. But after doing this for a couple months now, I have found the ROI on what I pay for the leads list has been through the roof. And I'm going to share with you what I think you can do to really maximize a leads list. So we're going to dive into that. First things first is that any decent leads list, if you just use the leads list alone, I imagine that you should at least break even. I mean, absolute worst case scenario, break even. So to me, anytime I buy a tool, a software, something like this, a coaching program, whatever, it comes down to if I spend this, what do I think I'll make off of this? Or what's my worst case scenario, best case scenario? And to me, it was kind of a no brainer. If this is worth any sort of weight, it's going to at least break even. And it's done far beyond that. So even if I just straight up use the leads list literally and didn't think outside the box or go down different rabbit holes, it would still be a win. So first thing I would say is if you just find a leads list that's a good one, it could pay for itself, if nothing else. But that's not really the value. The value is this: I am constantly being presented every day with brands that I've never sold, with sites that I've never sold from. And first, they're coming to me vetted from somebody that I think very highly of. And that's not just, hey, this is a good brand or a good site that has these numbers, because I know those can change. It's, oh, I don't have to worry about IP complaints and things like that because they've already been vetted for, right? So that right off the bat is really nice. So you're opening up your mind and your catalog to all new brands and things that are already kind of proven, right? So one of the things that I absolutely love doing is variations. Anytime I see a product and I know all eyes from the leads list are going to go to that, if there's a variation or variations, I'm diving in. And that's where I found tremendous success alone, right? So they say, hey, this 2-pack, well, there's also a 3-pack, a variety pack, things that aren't presented on a silver platter to people. I'm proficient, in my opinion, in variations, and I know how to find them and dig deeper. And so that's one thing right off the bat, is that it opens me up to so many variations. As far as brands are concerned, I know how to source products now. So if you just give me a brand, I know how to do keep a product finder to look for no sales rank, multi-packs, out of stock items, and just kind of unique listings in general. So I know how to source. I just don't always know which brands I should be sourcing because there's infinite. So to be kind of nudged in that direction and have an ongoing list makes my life a lot easier. And another thing about brands or certain sites that it takes me to that are all new, I've never found a winning product from one brand where there's only been one product. I very rarely find a variation where there's only one variation that makes sense. I very rarely find a site that's either has a sale or a coupon going on where there's only one product that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? So you take the leads list and you take those products and the brands and the sites and the discounts going on, they get you there, and it's on you to now find all these complementary listings and products that you can sell that not everyone in the leads list is going to look for, but they've kind of taken you there. What's the saying? You can take a horse to the water, you can't force it to drink. I might be butchering that, but that's basically the thing. It takes you to the water. Now it's on you to just kind of finish it. So that's really the bread and butter, in my opinion, of the leads list. It's just all this opening up it's done for me. And then it's on me to really maximize this. I keep track of all these new brands, and then I have links to them for out of stock and for maybe multi-packs that I create and keep a product finder. And I just have this ongoing list. So if there's ever days that I'm stuck or I don't know where to go, well, I have so many winning brands now and so many ideas and concepts that, and keep track of them. Great starting point that I'll never be bored. I'll never not know where I can be looking. Okay. Another huge thing with this, I've always had this feeling as I continue to source, and I source every day, by the way, basically. I always feel like every day I just feel like there's more and more out there. And the more I do the leads list, the quicker I'm just getting exposed to all these ideas and brands and sites, and I'm following up on them. But by knowing that so much more is out there, it means that I don't settle as much. And by not settling as much, it means that my margins are going higher. So the more I'm exposed to, instead of saying, oh, I got to buy 30 of these, I'll buy my 10. And then I'll buy another 10 of something else and another 10 of something else, all with higher margins and less risk than the 30, unless it truly made sense, of the one, which I used to do because I didn't know where to look, even though I knew so much was out there. So this is kind of taking that theory and cemented it, right? Another thing I want to mention, if you are cool with somebody else, I have somebody who I share leads with every day who's a 7-figure seller, one of the biggest inflection points in my business. He's incredible. We have the buddy system going, and I think we're both providing tremendous value to each other. He joined this leads list first. So naturally, he's sharing those with me. And I said to him, I said, hey, I'll just split this with you. And now we can both have access to this and at half the cost. So just so you know, think of it what you may, whether he pays for it and then shares it with me, or we just go in on it together. If you have somebody or someone you might consider wanting to do that with, another way to mitigate your risk is to just split the cost with someone. So if I spend $100 a month now, one winning product a month would pay for that, right? And not that many of it. So when you think of it that way, like the risk is just minimal. But even if I lost $100 on the products themselves, the direct products on the list, the products I would gain from exposure to brands, sites, sales, ideas, worth its weight in gold. Truly is. So that's basically what I wanted to share with you. In summary, a leads list at face value is only so valuable. What really comes down to it is what you do with it. When you find a brand, you find a site, you find a sale, go there, find all the complementary products, and save that data for future use, and a leads list will be worth its weight in gold. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm Jonathan. Duke does Amazon. We're on Instagram. I got links below for some discounts to programs and softwares that I actually use and vouch for. Questions, comments, topics, let me know. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.